Welcome to Technical Mathematics Grade 12, topic: Trigonometry. Aims of the lesson: solve 2- and 3-dimensional problems with exam questions. Introduction: Trigonometry helps solve problems involving triangles. In grades 10 and 11, we learn about sine, cosine, and tan, and their inverses cosec, sec, and cot. The functions represents the relationship between two sides in a triangle with a 90-degree angle. The purpose for the different functions is because they are not always viewed from the same angle, and so the need arose for different functions and their inverses. What you need to know: 1. The relationship of the different functions, hypotenuse, adjacent side, and opposite side. 2. The relationships can only be determined if we have a 90-degree angle in a triangle. There are many other elements dealt with in trigonometry: functions, comparisons, identities, and graphs. For this part, in grade 12 trigonometry, you will only use your identities and also the relationship between the different functions. In this chapter, you will learn 3 new formulas for when a triangle does not have a 90-degree angle. Each formula has a specific purpose. When an angle or a side is unknown, the formulas help you to determine the unknown. The other formula is only to determine the area of a triangle for when you are not given the perpendicular height. As you can tell, this is little new work, so the importance of grade 10 and 11 work for trigonometry is clear. A great deal has already been completed. Do not take your grade 10 and 11 work lightly. Relationships of functions and their inverses. Use of the calculator. Remember the inverse of a function and how to type it onto the calculator. Concepts and skills. It is important to review your prior knowledge. 1.1 Identities, also available on the formula sheet. 1.2 Do not forget about the Pythagoras theorem because you are working with triangles that have 90-degree angle. It is a worthy skill to determine the unknown side, s length. 2. Heights and distances. This always indicates that the two heights are parallel to each other. When two lines are parallel, remember that the following angles are also formed: corresponding angles, interior angles, and alternate angles. 3. Sine rule. Very important that you always have two sides and an angle corresponding, or two angles and an side corresponding. 4. Cosine rule. Very important that you have all 3 sides when you must determine an angle, or that you have 2 sides and an angle must be an including angle. 5. Area rule. This rule is easy to use because you only determine the area of the triangle if there is no perpendicular height and you must have 2 sides and an including angle in order to use the formula. Activities/assessment. Exercises. Questions from past papers. Part 1 https://drive google.com//d/180dbp_cloodoia7wm6bdzr3iusom_ys New Jersey /view USP =sign sharing. Part 2 https://drive google.com//d/1bhf1zckti_nlezhlyx4dl_b_choose_view USP =sign sharing. Part 3 https://drive google.com//1fwzc0jvgd61w8ugc2 rpjjr44rqulsb/view USP =sign sharing. Part 4 https://drive google.com//d/1egd1ietqn3yglakebjrh3o-yi_rj/view USP =sign sharing. Consolidation. A possible question you may have is, can I apply the formulas to a triangle that has a 90-degree angle? The answer is yes. So the choice is yours when using the formulas, whether you want to use it only for the triangles that do not have a 90-degree angle or for both. Smiling face, good luck and prosperity for your task. We trust that you will do well. Values. A good eye is needed to be able to see if you need to determine an angle or side. Once you have determined this, you need to check if you have matching sides or angles or an including angle. It determines which rule you will use to solve the problem. Take a close look at the sketch and evaluate the situation first, and whether you have the necessary information or that you first need to work out a corner or side using Pythagoras or your usual trig functions. What is also important is to know the requirements for each rule very well. So some learning is required, but so important to know it very well. It helps you to see the requirements. Remember, look carefully at your sketch.